Did you know birds in Kashmir tell us something amazing about evolution? Imagine a place where two completely different biological worlds collide, creating one of the most unique ecosystems on Earth.
That's fascinating. What makes Kashmir such a special place for studying these patterns?
Well, it sits right at this amazing intersection between the Palearctic and Indian regions, separated by the Himalayas. You know what's really mind-blowing? Scientists have found that some bird species there have actually developed modified hemoglobin just to survive at those extreme altitudes.
So it's like nature's own laboratory for studying adaptation?
Exactly. And here's what's really interesting. As you move from Baramulla to the heights of Ladakh, you can literally watch evolution in action. The black-eared kites that dominate the lower regions have completely different hunting strategies than their high-altitude cousins.
Oh, wow. How do these different species manage to coexist in such close proximity?
Well, it's all about finding their niche. Take the European bee-eaters. They've developed these incredible colonial nesting systems that you won't find anywhere else in the region. And get this, recent studies show they're actually helping to pollinate some of Kashmir's most important crop species.
That's exactly the kind of unexpected connection I love hearing about. What other surprising adaptations have researchers discovered?
So here's something fascinating. In Srinagar, the white-cheeked bulbul has actually started changing its breeding season in response to urban development. They're nesting about 2 weeks earlier than they did just 30 years ago. Just be mindful we are talking about the 1920s here.
You know, that makes me wonder about how climate change might be affecting these delicate systems.
That's where things get really concerning. Recent data shows that for every 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature, some species are moving upslope by about 100 meters. And here's the kicker. The Tibetan ravens, which used to be rare below 3,000 meters, are now regularly spotted at much lower elevations.
So these birds are essentially acting as early warning systems for environmental change?
Precisely. And what's particularly interesting is how this is affecting the Mishmi Hills region. Scientists there have documented over 200 bird species that are new to science in just the last decade. It's like watching evolution happen in real time.
Well, that's incredible. How are researchers keeping track of all these changes?
They're using some pretty amazing technology now. GPS tracking devices smaller than a fingernail can monitor individual birds' movements. And they're finding that some species are creating completely new migration patterns that nobody expected.
Sounds like we're in a race against time to understand these patterns before they change forever.
You know what's really keeping researchers up at night? The fact that some of these unique adaptations might disappear before we even understand them. Like, there's this one species of thrush that's developed a completely unique way of using tools to crack open nuts, something that's never been documented anywhere else.
That's fascinating and kind of heartbreaking at the same time.
But here's the silver lining. The growing interest in Kashmir's birds is actually helping conservation efforts. Tourism revenue from birdwatching has increased multifold in the recent years, and that money is being utilized for habitat protection.
So these birds might actually help save themselves by attracting more attention?
Exactly right. And it's creating this amazing feedback loop. The more people learn about these unique species, the more support there is for conservation. And you know what's really exciting? Some local communities are now running their own citizen science programs to monitor bird populations.
That's such a hopeful note to end on. These birds aren't just surviving. They're helping us understand how to protect their entire ecosystem.
And that might be the most important lesson from Kashmir's birds. They're showing us that adaptation isn't just about survival. It's about finding new ways to thrive in a changing world. Whether we're talking about black-eared kites or citizen scientists, it's all connected in ways we're just beginning to understand.